Welcome to the Ciné Lumière. Good evening, buenas noches, bonsoir, and all the rest of that. Anyway, welcome to the climax, if you pardon the expression, of the Spanish Film Festival, the first London Spanish Film Festival. A lot of people have asked why a Spanish film festival in the Institut français. Well, that's because the Institut of Amantes, which is supporting this festival, doesn't really have facilities to mount a festival of this size. That's reason number one. Reason number two is that when we created the Ciné Lumière, which is the bit you're in of the Institut Français, in 1998, we dedicated it not only to French cinema, but to world cinema, and particularly to European cinema. So our friends in Spain, our friends in Italy, our friends in Germany, have all had the chance to show their cinema here. And we're very delighted and really, really pleased to welcome Les Espagnols, because you have been fantastic. I mean, this has been a sellout week. It's been absolutely fantastic. And it's not been an easy job, obviously, to organize a festival like this. So we have to thank Joana Granero Sanchez, who actually organized this festival, for having worked so hard to do it. And she had some help. And here I have, too small for me to read, the list of sponsors who helped with sponsoring the Spanish Film Festival. Of course, I mentioned the Institut of Amantes, and of course the Spanish Embassy, and España, the tourist agency, and Esperia, which is the hotel where everybody has been put up, and also universities like Roehampton. Paul Julian Smith is here, I think. Paul O'Prey, rather, is here from Roehampton, and Queen Mary, and you're going to see one of Queen Mary's great talents on stage in a moment. Also Laurie Lipton and Barret, who gave us the tapas, and Moreno Wines, and Navarros, and Subti. What is Subti? I don't know what is Subti, but anyway, Subti. But particularly, that's subtitling, of course. I'm just stupid. But particularly, we wish to thank Hasta Siempre. Hasta Siempre not only helped sponsor the festival, but have been particularly helpful in this evening's event, where we're welcoming the big star of the festival, Victoria Abril. Now, you have seen this, which has Werner Herzog on the back and the beautiful picture of Victoria Abril on the back. That's the program for the Institut Français at the Ciné Lumière from September. Forget you ever saw it, because now we have a new one with the Claire Denis retrospective flag on the front and Jules Verne on the back. Jules Verne died 100 years ago, so it's as good an excuse as any to put him on the back. And many, many things are happening in October at the Ciné Lumière, so I hope, just because we're not showing much Spanish stuff, that you will please come back and see us. We have the Claire Denis retrospective, and at the end of the month, we have a rare chance to see a new film from Ingmar Bergman called Sarabande, which is a follow-up to his film Scenes from a Marriage, and is only being shown in two cinemas, one at the NFT and the other is here at the Ciné Lumière, so you won't be able to see it if you don't come here. So please pick up that program when you leave. No, have I forgotten anything? Yes, I have forgotten something. I've forgotten to bring on one of our guests this evening. Would you please welcome from Queen Mary College, Peter Evans. Now, Peter, apart from his profound knowledge of Spanish, also has a profound knowledge of film, and we sincerely hope, fingers crossed, a profound knowledge of the cinema of Victoria Abril, because he's going to be, for the most part, conducting the interview. And we're going to illustrate the interview with clips from her films. Now, some of you may already have seen Atame, Tie Me Up, Tie Me Down. It was very difficult to explain to people when I was watching that on video the other day that it was just a really serious Spanish film. But anyway. Just a little teaser to you before we bring on our special guest. We have one more taste of Atame for you, so we'll just show you this little clip from Atame. Thank you, Ben.
¿Sí? Ah, eres tú. No, ya estoy mucho más tranquila. Sí, dale las gracias a la policía de mi parte. Sí, de mi parte. No, hoy no. Los veré mañana. Esta noche prefiero dormir. Cariño, me temo que tenemos todo el futuro para nosotros. Claro que te idolatro. Bueno, cariño, mañana me das los detalles desagradables, ¿eh? Que sí, que te idolatro. Ay, adiós, cariño. Adiós. Sal de ahí. Te estaba esperando.
Me esperabas a pesar de que te han dicho que he muerto.
Sabía que no te morirías sin despedirte de mí.
No vengo a despedirme de ti, sino a arrastrarte conmigo.
¿Dónde me llevas?
A un lugar sin tensiones, donde podamos ser felices.
No.
¿Qué?
Antes quítate la máscara y enséñame la cara.
No tengo cara.
Algo tendrás. Si vas a llevarme contigo, será mejor que me vaya familiarizando con ello.
¿De verdad quieres verlo?
Sí.
No puedo. Mira mi cuerpo, está lleno de vida. Pero mi rostro es el de un muerto.
Tú solo me ofreces muerte. Y la muerte rara vez da la felicidad.
¡Français! ¡Hemos terminado! ¡Ayudar a la actriz!
¡Momento, momento!
Please welcome Victoria Abril.
Thank you. Bonsoir.
Now, I speak a little English and some French, so if we suddenly go into French occasionally, please pay no attention. Victoria speaks Spanish and some French and some English, so we're going to try and do this as
But
best...
everything, but I speak.
Exactly. So Victoria's going to try and do this in English as best she possibly can, but there will be moments when we slip into a language that may be foreign to one or two of you. Just stick with us. We'll let you know what we're talking about.
Well, just as long as we don't slip into Spanglish, which would be not very elegant. Anyway, here we go. Victoria, it's an absolute delight and pleasure to be here talking to you. I think we've all of us long been tremendous admirers of your films, wonderful films. And it is no exaggeration to say, of course, that you are one of the most significant stars and actresses of the Spanish cinema. But you have also made films, which we'll discuss later on, abroad, in France particularly. And I think you also had a tiny part in Robin and Marion, didn't you?
It's true.
Do you want to say something about that, first of all?
It was incredible. I was 14 years old. I didn't know yet Saint Connery, Audrey Hepburn, so I didn't know what I was losing. What I remember of that film, Richard Lester is fantastic, and Audrey Hepburn, I just saw her a little bit, but Saint Connery, it was very funny. And but the most funny thing is the first time in my life I had a trailer, a big trailer just for me, and I couldn't believe it. A trailer with a bathroom, with fruit enteras. ¿Cómo se dice enteras? Frutas enteras. ¿Habláis español? Frutas enteras. Que no las había visto en mi vida, enteras, pero así, una bañera dentro. Yo tenía ducha. Me encontré con una bañera entera. A Audrey la vi muy poquito porque no rodaba con ella. Y estaba tan alucinada del tratamiento que vi mi nombre, porque en esa película estoy con mi verdadero nombre, Victoria Mérida, y yo pasé por delante y dije, uy, hay alguien que se llama como yo. Hasta que me dijeron, es tu tráiler y puedes entrar adentro. Y luego ya no quería salir, claro. De la película no me acuerdo nada, pero del rodaje fue cojonudo. Oye, esto, everybody understand? Pocos ingleses, entonces, ¿no? Bien. Es que voy más rápido.
Puedes empezar al principio, porque primero tú trabajabas en la tele, ¿no? En España.
No, bonita.
No.
Hoy, que es profesor. No, profesor. No. Esta película, por ejemplo, era la segunda película. Yo empecé con el cine. La primera se llamaba Obsesión. Empezó bien la cosa. De verdad que fue una obsesión. Luego fue esta, la que hablabas antes, la de Robin and Marian, de Richard Lester. Luego vino otro Robin italiano, que el Robin era el productor. Bajito, enano, y hacía pesas. Y tenía era rubio, en fin, es mentira, estaba teñido de rubio, pero tenía 2 dedos de raíces negras. Ese era mi Robin Hood, rodada todo en La Mancha, en Mota del Cuervo. No te digo Sergo, en Mota del Cuervo. Hicimos de todo. Luego hice una en Barcelona que se llamaba La Bien Plantá, de época. La primera vez que me veía con eso que me caía, porque además yo era bailarina. Mi primera pasión era bailarina clásica. Yo estudié de 8 a 14 años ballet clásico. Y andaba a las 3 menos cuarto. Lo cual como que no quedaba bien, ¿no? De repente corriendo como una bailarina. Y luego, la tele vino a los 2 años de haber empezado.
Vale.
Y la dejamos muy pronto, ¿eh?
Vale.
Cuando vi la Calití, dije, hala, al cine otra vez.
Yeah. One of the things that you might like to clarify for us is your name, Victoria Abril. How did you come to choose Abril?
Por eso, porque empecé a trabajar en el mes de abril. Así de tonto, así de fácil. Y bueno, y además es que, me llamaron, te voy a explicar por qué. De repente suena el teléfono y tal, me llaman y eran los de la primera película, porque es que el primer año hice 5 películas. No se habían estrenado y yo seguía rodando. Y me llaman los de la primera diciendo que estaban haciendo los títulos de crédito, que qué nombre me quiero poner. Digo, pues, el que tengo. Digo, espera un momentito. Digo, mamá, que me dicen que qué nombre me pongo. Me dice, en la película. Y dice, sí, es verdad, cámbiate de nombre, no vaya a ser que seas mala y así nadie se entera ni involucras a la familia. Tú te metes en este lío sola y nos dejas a todos aparte. Y entonces dije, ay, Pere, aquí estamos. Y yo quería saber el santo, el día del santo. Y me dijeron, 17 de abril. Dijo, uy, Abril, qué bueno suena. Oiga, Victoria Abril. Te lo juro, así de tonto y así de fácil.
So now we know. Good, thank you.
Dopo te translate. I
you might know.
translate you.
I don't know.
You are a little bit lost, ¿no?
I'm
A little bit. Pero...
a little bit lost.
A little bit. Yo te translate tout à l'heure. Qué ensalada tengo.
We have to keep up for some of the people who don't speak Spanish.
Oh.
Not just me.
My name is April because I start working in the month of April. I'll do shorter in English and
It's funnier in Spanish.
Right from the word go, right from the beginning, you...
From the beginning.
From the beginning.
30 years ago. A mí me patina ya la neurona, ¿eh?
No?
Je ne peux pas éviter que j'adore vous entendre rire. Me encanta oíros reír.
You appeared right from the start, not from the beginning, right from the start. You appeared in roles which are challenging in all kinds of ways. You have always played parts of women who are no respecters of authority. Yeah.
I have to say, it's not me who write the screenplay, but I adore. I love it.
Yes. And one of the first interesting films from that point of view is Cambio de Sexo. Do you have memories of that?
Yes. Cambio de sexo. Ça, c'était une des cinquièmes de la première année. C'était una de las 5 del primer año. Y fue el gran encuentro con Vicente Aranda. It was the first, the fifth film in my life. And it was the first meeting with Vicente Aranda, a director which I made 13 or 14 films since then. The last one, this springtime, it was called Tirante Blanco. I'm losing. Cambio de sexo. Cambio de sexo. No, that was change of sex. That was the first film I really think about movies. Not a way to be able to study dancing and the movies pay me the dancing. No, this is the first time I thought that movies were something important. Because it was the story of a boy who wanted to be a girl. And I was a girl who wanted to be a boy. So I understand very well. I understand with my heart, not only with my comprehension, but with my heart. And the meeting with Vicente Aranda. Yeah. I think that was the really moment I decided to do movies. Till now, because now I'm singer.
Well, we've got a treat later on because you are going to sing for us towards the end.
I imagine que todos los españoles entendéis inglés, claro. No tengo que traduciros, ¿no?
So we'll hear you singing later on. Yeah. And as for Aranda, we've got a clip from Amantes in a moment, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But we began.
What a gift.
We began with Almodóvar. We showed a clip from Atame, and the clip that we saw was the sequence at the beginning where you're taking part in this exploitation movie, a kind of porno shock horror film. Well, obviously, we need to ask you about Almodóvar. What kind of a director is Almodóvar?
Amazing. The most intense. It's like a stretto coffee Italiano. Intense. Very intense. I lose every film with him, I lose 4 or 5 kilos by film. I can do just one by year because, I disappear. And the voice of the man like that is his voice. Is his voice to him. So it was so funny to understand the voice because the man who like that, it was just muscles, but no voice. And he didn't like. So men do muscles and Almodóvar say the voice. It's not serious. It's not serious. We laugh, we smile a lot.
You know that film, when it came out, provoked a lot of controversy among various audiences. I mean, when you were making the film, did you feel that this was a film that was going to be controversial because of the story and of...
To me, it's a Stockholm syndrome, no?
Yeah.
It's a love story.
Yes.
But the raper is Antonio Banderas. I mean, it's impossible. Don't get love. I mean, but it's good. It's true. You don't have to rape. You don't have to rape. The thing that you don't do it. But if it's Antonio Banderas, it's logic. You fall in love, no? Oh no.
So when
I never believe that for people it's a controversial film. It's for the critic, the thinking people, people, normal people, sitting people in the... It's something that they never ask me question. Once in Berlin Festival, this film went to Berlin Festival, and the most hard people that is not people normal, it was la press, the lesbian press. They were very, very, no, feminist, not lesbian, feminist. I tried to say, but no, listen, it's a love story. First of all, it's a love story. It's true, it's true. He raped me, but it's a love story. No, that way you don't have to treat women like that. They didn't understand anything. Anything. And that was the worst. The rest, I have no problem.
Yeah. The film Atame enabled you to display your range of talents, comedy as well as pathos. When you made Tacones Lejanos, you were required, I think, to be more somebody to express pathos more rather than comedy. Are you? Did you find that a more fulfilling film? Did you enjoy doing that as much as Atame?
Sí.
Were there differences of approach as an actress to the two roles?
High Heel was better for me because it was the second film. Because the first film with Pedro Almodóvar, he's so intense. So you are so intense too, and dure and hot and like that. The first film with Pedro is not so easy. The second one, now we can start working.
Yes.
Was very, and the second one was fantastic. Better than Kika, because Kika was an awful personage.
Sort of exaggerated.
Yes, and the camera here, the lights here, 5 kilos in the head, 2 kilos aquí, the big moto, la moto, las tetas, la cabeza, la cámara que se movía, era toda una pesadilla, a nightmare. But it was important because he was the first film, this film for Pedro was the first time that the reality show, American reality show, came to Spain. So we were horrified in front of this awful thing that normal people, lose their dignity for just a few pounds. So it was, the response to these first reality shows. And then we have reality shows in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, in the all time long, in the all television.
All day long, yes.
Un horror.
Before we move on to our next clip, which is from Amantes, I would like to ask you about a film which may not be as discussed as some of the ones you did with Almodóvar or with Aranda, and that is a film which I like very much, directed by José Luis Borao. Rio Abajo or On the Line. Now, you told me something very interesting about that just a minute ago when we were talking about the fact that it
the
suffered.
Nightmare who is shooting in,
yes, exactly,
in
America,
Texas,
yeah.
in the United States, in Hollywood. No, it is a nightmare too, but another kind of nightmare. This nightmare in Texas, shooting with, we have everything. It was an hurricane.
Hurricane.
The decor goes up. A laboratory,
completely ruined.
The pellicule, but I was a whore in the film, so the other whores, they were true whores. So, and they are big, big Mexicans, bien gorditas, and me, like always. 46, 47 kilos, no pounds, kilos. So I say it's impossible. Nobody is gonna believe. So I take 10 kilos. But the film was by the laboratory, so we have to shoot 1 year later a few sequences because we have to finish the film. And since then, I lose my weight, so there is a sequence where I open the door and I 46 kilos, and when I close, I'm 55 kilos. But the best thing is in the anecdote that I tell him is José Luis Borao, the director, completely desesperated by the sindicatos, the unions. So the unions, the man who has the clavo and the other who has the martillo, you cannot change. So
the guy who has the nail and the guy who has the hammer.
You cannot change. So I had to have a glass of coffee in the morning because I start working in the morning with my coffee con leche. So I have to have that. But the man of the café con leche, of the coffee with milk, doesn't be there. So we were waiting and waiting, una hora, dos, and suddenly I see the director in this road is about 300 kilometers straight on, you know, very boring. And I see the director, a ti, maestra.
Sí.
De rodillas, los brazos abiertos. Say, por los clavos de Cristo, vamos a rodar. He made the Christ and I say for the
nails.
The nails of Christ. Well, let's shoot it once for all and finish this film. And voilà, this was the anécdota contada. ¿Me qué no, the best anécdota. In Amantes, the film, I was not a whore, but I was a woman. So, a woman in love, very in love, completely in love, madly in love. So, almost all the film, it was a mature woman ligando avec a very young guy. So we spent mostly about 50 seconds on the bed. So the director say, I don't know what movement do because we have to do everything and I would like to make whole sequence shot, but we don't have the Luma, you know, this kind of big arm with the camera, so you can do a movement, circular movement, to have both positions. And I say, well, we don't have money for the Luma, but if we made the bed vertical, we can do a normal traveling, round traveling. So half of the film, the bed is vertical. And that works. The only thing you have to do, no hair, long hair, because when you are like that, the hair like that, and when you are tall, the hair goes down. So always in bed, the hair has to be tight.
Maybe we should see a clip now from Amantes.
Exactly. Maybe it's one of vertical bed.
We'll find out.
Al ataúd, Pepito. Te ha traído la providencia a esta casa.
I'd chosen a much more chaste scene, but Julien exchanged it for this.
Hay que seguir mirándola. Luego viene lo bueno.
So you're saying that all this time, both of you are standing up?
No, not all the time.
No.
The moment, a big sequence of 7 pages in one shot.
Yeah.
That was the reason. In one shot, so first we love, and then I say to him, you have to kill the other.
That's right, yeah.
Comme ça, no problem.
Maribel Verdú.
Voilà. Sí, voilà, lo va a hacer. Sí. It was in one sequence shot.
Could you tell us something about the difference of approach as a director? How Vicente Arana treated you and other actors as distinct from how Pedro Almodóvar would have done?
Listen, it's not the same just to work with a director 1, 2, or 3 times and work with a director 14 films in almost 30 years. So when you are friends and he know me, he made me. I started working when I was 15 years old. And since then, we always been friends and working. So there is a moment, even before he talk, just when he do like that, I know what he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say, I do it. Okay, j'ai compris. I understood. So it's a very creative. We put beds up. That kind of thing I only can do with him.
Yeah.
This kind of liberty.
So is there much rehearsal ensayo?
No.
No. And with Pedro?
Sí,
Yeah.
mucho.
Yeah.
Mucho. Too much.
One of the things that I love about this film is the way in which it sort of creates a Spanish version of American film noir. I mean, it's a bit like Double Indemnity in some ways. You are the femme fatale, aren't you?
No sé, I don't know.
But again, it's another example of you playing a part as a transgressor. In this case, you're attacking conventional morality and so forth. Again, is that something that you warmed to when the part was offered to you? You thought, I'd like to do that because it's, again, transgressive.
I don't know. Mira, listen. When you live in Spain under a dictator 40 years and you are one of them who lose the war, the day that man die, that becomes a real explosion, movida, call that what you want. So movies, art cannot be censored. Like dreams, you cannot censor my dreams. What I dream when I sleep, it's completely free. Even if it's surrealistic, you cannot censor. So to me, this new age of politically correct no me interesa.
I'm conscious of the clock ticking, and maybe we ought to go to the third clip. And just to say before that, of course you have such a status as a star, as I said before, in Spain. But you began to make more and more films outside Spain, especially, as I say, in France. And we've got a clip from Gazon Maudit, which we'd like to show now, and we can talk. And we can talk to you about your experiences in France as well.
Yeah, I have to warn you, the Gazon Maudit clip is not subtitled either. So this is for the French speakers in the audience now have the advantage, briefly.
Mais tu es la seule, hein. Toi et les Amantes, c'est ce qu'il a de plus cher au monde. Et la Abril le saura. C'est fini les conneries. Hein. Voilà, plus de gonzesses, plus de coups à droite à gauche, terminé. Et puis il était sincère hein, quand il m'a dit ça. Hein.
Quel coup à droite et à gauche?
Mais... La fois où tu l'as surpris.
Ne me prends pas pour une idiote, Antoine. Tu as dit des coups à droite et à gauche. Il m'a trompé, c'est ça? Et tu le savais? Avec qui?
Avec qui? Avec personne. Bon, ben c'est pas grave, Loli. Bon, une ou deux fois en passant, parce que c'est un homme et qu'il a des besoins. Mais je sais rien, Loli. Et puis c'est pas mes oignons, merde. Mais t'es folle, Loli, ou quoi?
Tu es son meilleur ami et
Ben
tu es
ouais.
un beau dégueulasse. Vous êtes deux beaux dégueulasses. Alors maintenant, tu vas me raconter ce que tu sais parce que je pourrais t'être le bide, moi.
Victoria, is it very
I'm not jealous, hein?
Is it very different working in France? I mean, I know this movie was directed by José Velasco, who I think shares your neglect of political correctness anyway. She's not interested in political correctness very much.
I don't find a lot of difference between working in Spanish or working in French, working in Europe, in Portugal, in Italy. There is no difference. There is a difference. It's when you work with a woman, because it's a woman, it's faster, intelligente. So, you know, you can go farther, faster, todo más para allá, todo más para allá. Ça va vite, ça va vite. Et puis, there is no this relation, relation between women. Even if in that case we were lesbian, both, enfin, in the film. But that is true. When I work with women, the shooting go, because they go straight to the point. To the point, vamos. Woman can do both things in life. Can do the kitchen and don't burn the children, don't die, don't go to the hotel. At the same time, answering the phone. You tell to a man to do that, the kitchen, and when you arrive, the food is burned. The children is go to the balcony. El teléfono no responde because they can do one thing at a time, no? And then another. So women goes really faster, really.
Right. But were you tempted working with Josiane because she's acting, she's directing, she's scripting?
She's big.
Yeah.
Big,
well, I
big,
know what you mean.
Funny.
But
the problem in that film, there is no one shot without someone laugh in the middle of the shot. Right.
When you're making the movie?
Yes, when we're making the movie. A lot of ja, 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 como dices, unas histéricas. Estábamos histéricos de risa. Histéricos de risa. Too funny.
Yeah.
She's too funny. So we cannot be serious all time long.
Yeah. But did that make you feel tempted to do the same kind of thing, to make movies of your own with?
Make me a movie as director?
Directing and no.
No, because a director you have to have 3 years, nothing to do. Only that. No children, no fiancé, no boyfriend, no life, no traveling, no trip, no money, no nothing. You just have to be 3 years. One to write, one to shoot, and another to selling, promoting.
Yeah, I'm promoting. Yeah.
So I have no 3 years to give to a film. No, I can give 3 months, not 3 years. No.
So you don't ever see yourself moving?
No, I have children in that age. I have to take care of them. Later on, when I will be nothing to do, Conchin, pues maybe. And you know, to make a movie is so difficult, complicated, tired, so many concessions. It has to be something that vital. You have to do it. If not, you die. And now you really find everything: the strength, the money, the time. But it has to be, a call from God. You have to do that story. So, and I say, well, okay, like Jeanne d'Arc.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, I can believe it. But I don't feel. I'm very good just being a vehicle in the other's ghost. Or dreams.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
But do you think now that the choice of roles you have is much greater as you get older? Do you think that's...
The choice of role is like the market, selon marché, selon ce qui arrive.
Yeah.
We choose the best that is
along.
in my night table. You know what arrive.
But
you don't write. You just read. What a shit.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You just have to read and
you don't
decide.
ever make. I mean, given that you're not going to actually sit down and write a script, do you ever suggest an idea maybe to somebody who does write a script, to a director or to a screenwriter? Maybe there's something you're interested in doing. Maybe you'd like to.
Complicated. If you do that, you have to make him think that his idea.
Yeah.
Because if not, you know, actor, you are not here to think. You are just to do nothing. So if you have an idea, try to make them pass like, do you remember what you think that and then you feel your idea. But it's better done.
Yeah.
I think, because the first thing they're gonna answer you is, you don't have to think, darling. You're an actress.
Yeah.
Just learn your dialogues. Darling, need to say, okay.
That's only with the male directors, though, right?
Huh?
That's only with the men directors that you have to be like
Voilà.
that. Yeah, with the
Absolutely.
women directors, you don't have to. I thought as much. We have one last clip which shows you in a very different light. Peter, maybe you'd introduce this clip.
Well, this is a clip from Carlos Sauras's El Séptimo Día, and it seems to me a wonderful film, and you have a tremendous part in it. And what is interesting about it is, from the point of view of the role that you play, is that there's a sort of degradation of the Victoria Abril personality. You retain your forcefulness, but we have something of the austere now. Yep, can we see it?
Yeah, let's go for that. Thanks, Ben.
Accrochez-vous, hein?
Oui.
Fasten your seatbelt. That is a wonderful film of Carlos Saura.
Well, as I was saying, it represents in some ways a departure from the kind of roles that you've played up to now. But I was wondering whether you found it more challenging, different. Did you approach it in a different way? Tell us about it. Your preparation for the role, for the papel de la madre.
No. There's nothing to prepare. It's a story about hate, and hate. His couple is love. So this is a story about a woman in the 60s. It's a story about two families in a little village that start to hate each other 40 years before. And my case is a woman under Franco was seduced by a man, but not married. So when you were not married, you cannot do nothing of your life, no have children, no live, no be happy. And this love became hate, more and more, 30 years of hate, you know. And at the end, it finished like that. A murder. ¿Cómo se dice? Una asesina.
Yeah, a murderer.
A murderer.
A murderess.
It's about hate.
About
it's
hate.
horrible.
Yes.
Now, I know, Victoria, that you're in the middle at the moment of a tour.
Yeah.
A tour, but not an acting tour, not a film promotional tour.
No.
But a singing tour.
Sí,
Yeah.
sí.
So now you look very
Sí.
happy when I say
bring
that
love.
because
I bring love.
Now you bring love.
Yes.
Ah.
Love.
There's-
Bossa nova.
Yeah,
love.
of course. Ah, right.
Love and dislove. Ça existe ou non? Désamour, le désamour.
Dislove.
Where is no love, but you regret the love, is
Yeah.
the dislove.
I understand. Okay, well, if the word didn't exist before, it exists now. Love and dislove.
Bossa
And-
nova dream.
Yeah, and you're going to be singing at Olympia in Paris.
Yeah. Next Thursday.
Next Thursday. Scary, huh?
Yeah.
So maybe you'd like to rehearse your concert at Olympia by doing something for us, do you reckon? Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Well, let's first of all thank Peter for his wonderful contribution.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Peter.
No me fío. No me fío del velcro. Muchas gracias. Os voy a cantar, yo voy sing. Bueno, eso, lo que vais a ver. So nice. Você viu, só que amor nunca vi coisa assim. Faz nem para mais olho só pra mim. Se voltar vou atrás,
vou pedir, vou falar, vou dizer que o mar foi feitinho pra dar. Oh, yeah. É como o verão, quente o coração, salta de repente para ver o menino que vem. Ali vem, sempre tem esse mar, olha, e vai ver, tem que ser, nunca tem quem amar. Ou dizem, diz que sim, já cansei de esperar, não para nem dormir, só pensando em me dar beijo, mas você não vem. Desde então falo só, digo o seu, mas você vem, 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 vem.
And now a little bit in English for the English people.
Someone to hold tight, that would be very nice. Someone to love me right, that would be very nice. Someone to understand each little dream in me. Someone who take my hand to be that thing with me. So nice, life would be so nice if one day I find someone who would take my hand on somebody to lie with me. Someone to cling to me, stay with me right around. Someone to sing to me some little song by song. Someone to take my hand and give his heart to me. Someone who's ready to give love a start with me. So nice, life would be so nice. Should it be you and me, I could see that would be nice.
Muchas gracias. Nice, so nice. Muchas gracias a todos. Thank you very much. Merci beaucoup. Sayonara. Arriba. Merci. Okay, okay. Bon, okay. So now one in French. Y comme ça las hacemos todas, ¿no? Español, en inglés y en francés. Una canción muy bonita en francés. A very, very nice. A très jolie chanson. S'appelle Ah, tu verras.
L'amour c'est fait pour ça, tu verras. Je ferai plus les cons, j'apprendrai ma leçon sur les bouts de tes doigts. Tu verras, tu l'auras ta maison avec des tuiles bleues, des croisées d'hortensia, des palmiers plein les yeux, des hivers crépitants près du chat Angora. Et je m'endormirai, tu verras, les devoirs accomplis couchés tout contre toi, avec dans mes greniers, mes caves et mes toits, tous les rêves du monde. Ole la guitarra bonita. Ah, tu verras, tout recommencera. Tu verras, la vie c'est fait pour ça. Tu verras. Tu verras mon stylo imprimé de soleil, neiger sur les papiers, l'archange du réveil. Je me réveillerai, tu verras, tout rayé de soleil à la jolie forçat. Et j'irai réveiller les bonheurs dans ses draps. J'écrirai son sommeil, tu verras, j'écrirai les souvenirs, tu verras, en t'inventant l'amour dans le cœur de mes bras, jusqu'au matin du monde. je ferai le voyou, tu verras. Je boirai comme un trou et qui vivra mourra. Tu me ramasseras dans tes yeux de rosée et je t'insulterai dans du verre brisé. Je serai folle furieuse, tu verras, tu verras. Contre toi, contre tous et surtout contre moi. La porte de mon cœur grondera, sautera. Car la poudre et la foudre, c'est fait pour que les rats envahissent le monde. Ah, tu verras, tout recommencera. Mozart est fait pour ça. Tu verras notre enfant étoilé de sueur s'endormir gentiment à l'ombre de ses sœurs et revenir vers nous sans criant des piqueurs. Tu verras mon ami dans les eaux de mes bras craquer du fin bonheur de ses entiretés. Tu me verras chérie allumé des clartés et tu verras tous ceux qu'on croyait décédés reprendre souffle vie dans la chair de ma voix jusqu'à la fin du monde.